Hello, Stephen White from SteveArts89. Annabelle returns home. Or Annabelle comes home, sorry. Yes, I was out doing my usual Sunday thing and I'm thinking I might see a movie tonight. What's on? Fuck, Annabelle. I didn't realise it was out, so I was really happy because I love horror movies. There's not a lot that get released, so I'm very happy to see a horror movie. There was no question I was seeing it. I was planning to see it. I heard about it, knew about it. And I was surprised it was as good as it was because it's basically the Warrens' daughter gets her own movie, and it's her and her babysitter and her babysitter's friend at home basically. And I guess this is a spoiler-free review, so I'm not going to say too much. But I think you all know basically Annabelle gets let out, and I thought it was pretty good. There's a few jump scares. There's also some scares where things are just lurking and you're just like waiting for something to happen, and it's generally scary in parts. The characters are all fairly likable and innocent, and they only manage to do a few stupid have to because the story can't go on if the characters don't do stupid things, which is not always my favorite kind of writing in horror movie because I do think you can make an intelligent script with intelligent characters who don't do anything wrong and shit just happens because things conspire against them, not because they're just stupid. Often it's frustrating when you're watching film, someone does the obvious stupid thing just because, you know, reasons. Um, and there's a little bit of that where obviously someone lets Annabelle out, and obviously shouldn't have happened. And how could you forget to? Yeah, so this, yeah, I don't know exactly where the line for spoilers are. Do you not mention anything about the story at all? But and also I can't remember the preview what they show, so what people know. But it's not like I have a huge audience. Who cares? Um, yeah. So the girl lets Annabelle out, opens the box, and doesn't do it back up. So that allows the film to happen basically, and that's kind of stupid. But you kind of forgive her because she is um, dealing with trauma because her father's died, and so she's gone to the Warrens not just because she's a stupid teenager who wants to see a ghost or something lame and annoying. She actually is trying to get in contact with her father because she feels responsible for his death. So that is used fairly well in the film. So I did like that. And um, the only issue I have with the film is there's a part at the end. Um, I want to say it jumps the shark, but I think they jump the shark in the exact same way in some of the earlier films, and I don't know if you can actually use that term well anymore because I don't know if anyone remembers Happy Days. But also, I think it only applies to TV going too far. But there is a moment, and it's only a few shots in sort of one scene. But there's a character who's in it there, and I'm like, it was so much better when everything was subtle and you didn't quite see anything. You never really see Annabelle move. You don't really. It's only those little. It really works well with the subtlety and more psychological than just jump scares and slashes and people running around. There is a beast in the film that, although, God, don't want to say too much about that, but yes, there is one beast in the film that is like stalking someone, and that's kind of American Werewolf in London scary, but it works. The way they've done it works. So, and Bob, Bob was cute. Bob had balls and Bob was cute. That was funny because some people didn't like him, and I'm like, yeah, that was probably a straight guy saying that. He was pretty cute, but they could have used him better. He did pop up um, towards the end to do a few things, but he could have been more involved in the film as a whole. I don't think it would have undermined the girl's role in the film. I don't think him being there would have he wouldn't have been rescuing them or undermining them. I think they could have had him a bit more involved because he was pretty cute and pretty funny. And what else do I have to say? It's good. I liked it. I'm glad that they did a little standalone movie with her. I didn't see it having the potential that it does, and I don't see how I didn't see that because how many great horror movies are based on stupid kids doing stupid things in haunted houses or out in the woods or something. Um, so they're going for like the younger audience, but they did it really well. And the Warrens are in the film, and Mrs. Bates, which I can't believe. I just realised that it's the same actress who played Mrs. Bates in Bates Motel. Norma Bates. I knew her from somewhere. I just wasn't sure where it was. The wig, the hair, just she's a good actress. So I knew I recognised her, but it took someone mentioning her in an interview for me to go. And then I realised how dumb am I? I've seen her in this role several times. I watched the whole series of Bates Motel, loved it, and didn't realise it was. Yeah, so I'm just gonna play that down a bit because that was dumb. Um, I think that's it. It was good. I think they could have done without that one scene towards the end with that. I think it was better when you didn't really see, when something's implied, when you feel you're fighting a presence or a force, not an actual being. Um, it just, and if it's like a flash, a quick move, just see it for a split second, it has that element of still the unknown because you don't really see it, but it's just on screen for too long. And I'm pretty sure they did this with one of the earlier films. I heard someone mention which film, but I have to go back and watch them again. I watch so many films. I don't get the time to rewatch anything. I see it in the cinema. I watch it properly. It's sort of embedded in my memory. It's part of my part of me. And then it's like I don't often need to go back and see them. A lot of films, there's films I saw in the cinema 10, 20 years ago. I still part of my everyday life I'm thinking about, but I haven't watched it since I watched it the first time. And sometimes you need to go back and remind yourself of stuff because you don't remember everything. I try to do marathons sometimes before if a sequel's coming out, so to remind me. But I have to do a Conjuring marathon, and I loved the Warrens in real life. I couldn't believe they didn't have any movies made about them up until this. I think it was a bit of a rights issue with their story, but I'm glad they finally did it. I'm glad that the Warrens got to see their movies, and it's very sad that Lorraine has passed. She was on my Facebook. And I messaged her a couple times, but of course she wasn't replying to people because she's too busy. But that was always really exciting, the idea that she was just real person. This was real. This was her life. And she was on my Facebook. And I could have spoken to her in theory. But she's passed, and that was sad. And I just hope they keep doing the films and keep using the Warrens, because a lot of people say they were fake, but I think they honestly believed in what they did, and that made them very interesting to look at. And I hope they do more films. I hope there's more involving them directly, not just from the Conjuring universe in general. But I'm going to leave it there. Hope if you watch the movie, I hope you enjoy it. It's really good. Feel free to subscribe, or comment. And I love comments. I love to know what other people think. It's fun watching other people's reviews, but it's nice when people actually tell you what they think of yours, or directly let you know what they think of something. But feel free to comment. Thanks. Bye.